I'm sitting at my desk when my wife walks in, holding an envelope from the insurance company, an EOB for her last doctor's visit. She hands it to me and says, "Now what?" I look at it, denied. All I can think is, here we go again. Time to saddle up and get to work. Has this ever happened to you? My name is Jim Rose, and for more than 40 years, I've helped doctors and the patients they serve who struggle with inconsistent, delayed, and insufficient payment from insurance carriers. You see, those companies, those carriers aren't in the business of paying claims. They're in the business of collecting premiums and investing money. But there is a better way, and I've built a process that helps practices take back control. Truth is, denials like that aren't rare. They're routine. And when they pile up, they don't just drain cash flow, they drain confidence. Most practices have the right people and the right systems. What they don't have is a clear line of sight into where money gets stuck and why. That's exactly why I built the RCM Health Check process to help practices finally see what's really happening inside of their revenue cycle. Let me show you how it works. It starts with understanding the problem because the numbers tell a pretty powerful story. Across the country, between 10 and 20% of all claims are denied on first submission. That's millions of dollars in earned revenue getting stuck in limbo, waiting for someone to chase it down, resubmit, or appeal. And the reality gets even worse. For all claims denied, over 50% of them are never resolved. That represents over $260 billion being left on the table every year. And who wins in that reality? The insurance companies. So what does it really mean for a typical medical practice? If your organization produces about 10 million in annual revenue and you have a 10% denial rate with a 50% non-recoverable rate, that means $500,000 that is yours that you're not getting. If that denial rate goes to 15%, the number goes to 750,000. And if it goes to 20%, you're talking about $1 million that's getting left on the table. Now, even if you recover part of it, that's still hundreds of thousands of dollars in cash flow disruption. Money that could be used for staffing, technology, or expanding patient access. The good news is most of these denials can be prevented and fixed with better visibility, process, and accountability. That's exactly what the health check process is designed to uncover. Now, when we look at the data more closely, it gets even more interesting and to a certain extent more concerning. Here are the top 5 payers in the ACA marketplace and their claim denial rate. It ranges from a low of 22% to a high of 33%. So Aetna's on the low end of the scale. United Healthcare is on the high end of the scale. Same CPT code, same diagnosis, same documentation, and 5 completely different outcomes depending on who the payer is. That kind of variability doesn't just create frustration, it creates unpredictability. And when your team can't predict what will get paid and what won't, consistency and confidence both take a hit. And that's the real challenge. When every payer plays by a different set of rules, even the best billing teams end up fighting a different battle every single day. It's not a lack of effort. It's a lack of alignment. Rising claim denials that never get overturned. That's reality. It leads to delayed payments, stretching cash flow thin. Teams spend hours reworking denials, resubmitting claims, calling payers. All the while, new charges keep coming in. The result? Revenue gets stuck, staff gets burned out, and leadership loses confidence in the process. Even a few percentage points in lost revenue can mean hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. Its system isn't broken because people aren't trying. It's broken because the rules keep changing. Now, here's the good news. As I stated earlier, this can be fixed. Once we start to really see what's happening, the path forward gets a lot clearer. Every denial, every delay, every adjustment, it all tells a story. And when you start connecting the dots, you begin to see patterns emerge. Patterns that show where money's getting stuck, why it's happening, and what can be done about it. That's the opportunity to shift from reacting to problems to preventing them, from chasing money to controlling it. Faster payments mean stronger, more predictable cash flow. Less rework means a happier, more productive billing team. Smarter workflows mean fewer denials in the first place. Better insights means confident decisions and measurable growth. And that's exactly where our process begins. This is the framework we use to help practices find clarity, fix what's broken, and free up revenue. The RCM Health Check process is where insights turn into impact. It begins with a focused 90-minute virtual snapshot, a quick hitting session designed to identify where revenue is getting stuck and highlight your top opportunities for improvement. From there, we move to a 2 to 3 week deep dive, analyzing data, reviewing workflows, and benchmarking key metrics. The goal is simple: to give you a clear data-driven roadmap that shows exactly where to act, how to fix what's broken, and how to sustain results long term. With a clear picture of what your revenue cycle performance needs to be. So what does this process actually deliver? Every health check engagement ends with clarity, not just about what's broken, but what we do next to fix it. You'll get a prioritized list of opportunities and a roadmap that shows exactly where to focus your time and resources. For most clients, that means immediate wins in recovering revenue, reduced denials, and faster cash flow. But it also builds a foundation for a more confident and accountable team that knows what to do and how to keep improving. Because when everybody understands the story your data is telling, improvement stops being reactive and becomes routine. And when you have that kind of visibility, when everyone knows where the money gets stuck and what to do about it, everything changes. That's why we say clarity creates confidence. When your team understands where money gets stuck and how to fix it, the world is your oyster. You gain more than revenue. You gain control, confidence, and momentum. And that's what this is really all about, helping your team find clarity, gain confidence, and take control of your revenue cycle. When you can see the full picture, you don't just fix problems, you build momentum. And that's exactly what our health check process is designed to deliver. Now let's talk about how to get started. If this message resonates with you, if you're ready to finally get clarity on where your revenue is getting stuck, let's talk. You can schedule your 90-minute health check for a focused, actionable snapshot. Or we can discuss a custom engagement designed around your team's specific challenges and goals. Either way, the next step is simple. Start the conversation. You'll find all the details at healthcheck.jdroseinc.com, or you can reach out directly to me by email at jim@jdroseinc.com. Together, we can find it, fix it, and free it up for good. Thank you for the opportunity to spend time with you. I hope you found this presentation useful, and I hope you take action. That's what this is really about, taking action to make change happen. You have a great rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you real soon.